Congratulations to every Victor Osimhen fan. Congratulations to Galatasaray. Congratulations to every football lover who understands what huge, what massive news this is. Because wow, how can you sign for a club, deliver Scudetto for them that they have not been able to get in 30 years, and you are locked in, you are not released, and then you are totally removed from the team as if you are nobody, as if it doesn't matter. I've never seen a club that has been so unfortunate to have, a top player who could do what no one else, that has ever been signed in that club, apart from the like of Diego Maradona has done. And then to be treated in the way Victor Osimhen has been treated, it's totally unfair. And then congratulations to Galatasaray, congratulations to Victor Osimhen, because this was a hard-fought battle. How can you be a driver to a bus, and you go to your destination, but it's difficult to come down? Because every other person in the bus has come down, but now the owner of the bus removed the tire. Now you have delivered the bus at a safe destination, but they say you don't come home for the bus again. No, say until they sell the bus, you are not going anywhere. What? The Victor Osimhen saga has finally come to an end. Let me share the message from Fabrizio Romano. He says Galatasaray are closing in on Victor Osimhen deal. Here we go soon. 40 million immediate payment, 35 million in 1 year, 5 million add-ons based on goals, 10% sell-on clause on future profit, close to avoid sale to Italian club next 2 years. Verbal agreement in place. Wow! Me, I knew that this deal will not go through if Napoli are unable to put their sell-on clause. I said it before. Aurelio De Laurentiis is a very, very greedy man. He had to make sure that sell-on clause is there, and to make sure that they don't sell the player to any of the Italian team. How difficult can it get to talk to him, to do business with him? I can imagine what the Galatasaray negotiators must have faced. I know. They just want to make sure that they still get more money from him. They don't see the title winning as anything. They still count him as any other player any day. No respect, no team for the badge, no love. No love. This is a very, very bad club to sign for, I swear. See, more like, don't sign for this club and imagine that will come and rescue you out of the boat. It's not possible, because this man is a very hard man to deal with. Very, very hard man to deal with. I beg, we don't want to do any. Lookman, thank God, is going to Atalanta. We don't have any other players at it. Okay, we have a player in Lazio, but don't come to Napoli, please. That's the bottom line. That's the major point. Don't come to Napoli. Congratulations to Victor Osimhen. Let me read from this guy, Pucci Lamba. He has been following up on the Victor Osimhen deal. He said, deal done, Victor James Osimhen to Galatasaray on a permanent move. Final agreement reached between Napoli and Galatasaray for 75 million as Galatasaray meets all conditions set by Napoli. Napoli gets 10% of future sales. Victor battled Napoli to accept 5th offer. Next is to make plan for medical. The king is back. More information soon. Wow. The Galatasaray submitted bid five good times. And on the 5th time, Victor Osimhen had to, according to this news, imagine that you are so fed up and you see every deal, every possible proposal that must have been coming your way, and then the club keep rejecting them. The player had to talk. If no one leave the player, then make it not play for anybody. Make it see out in contract. Because what the fuck? It's not easy. It's not easy to sign for Napoli. I don't know. I've been seeing clips of players, leaving the club, how huge the burdens of doing negotiation with them, especially from Chelsea angle. Because most times we got Jorginho from them, we got some decent players from them, and it has not been easy to do business with them. Very, very difficult people. I said it in the last video. I said this sell-on clause is not being put into this deal. It will not work. I knew it would not work. And finally, De Laurentiis always gets his way, you know, and it's done. Congratulations to Napoli, to Galatasaray once again. That's the news for Victor Osimhen. And it can't get any better. Can't get any better for me. Me, I knew that this was going to happen, and finally it has happened. And I know, in one thing that I know for sure is that Galatasaray will offer him beyond what is on paper. I know. I'm not sure if he had so many deals in Napoli, even when he got them the Scudetto. I'm not sure. But in Galatasaray, I've seen glimpses of different companies, different sponsorship, different brand ambassadors like that. And I know it's going to keep coming, because one thing, and they have easy sell-on clause on this deal, so easy. They just make it look like everything that Napoli have on the table, you know, was agreed to. They even have it was an easy add-on. They added €5 million based on goals. Only God knows how many goals they're expecting. Maybe 30 goals. If it's 30 goals, they probably know they have gotten the money already, because Victor Osimhen will score 30 goals. I'm very sure they will score 30 goals this coming season. He will. He didn't start the season with them. He still ended up being their best player, the highest goal scorer, and the man of the tournament, player of the tournament. So how much more if he's playing in a loved environment? You understand? Let me react to this news of Manchester United looking everywhere, because the way it's going, they are soon going to have weak look. The way they look at players, and at the end of the day get the player, and they didn't achieve anything. That same way, they are beginning to look anyhow again, and that person when they look anyhow for that Manchester United, they go soon get weak look for eye. Let me read this. Let me read it first. It said Benjamin Sesko is back on Manchester United radar as a number 9 option, as revealed last week. Approach made 12 months ago before Sesko decided to stay at Leipzig. Nicolas Jackson and Oli Watkins, 2 other names discussed. Man U FC is still shortlisting several targets, finding new striker the next priority. They are looking from point to point, from pillar to post. I don't know what they look for, but whatsoever you are looking for, you are about to make a very big mistake. Sign Nicolas Jackson. That was what we agreed on. Now, is there any player in Manchester United, even as a striker, that is better than Nicolas Jackson, even as it is? I know that you guys have shamed him, you have talked bad at him, but at the end of the day, the feeling of him coming to, you know, end up in your club, you know, you can't take it. I understand, but the truth of the matter is, how can you sign Oilon for 70 million and he scored 3 goals a season or 4 goals a season? You understand? Nicolas Jackson, as worst as he is, gave us 15 goals a season. So imagine what it will mean if you have to get Nicolas Jackson. Oilon is just there, that one is not striker for me. Now, but the point I'm making is, now you are beginning to shift your attention to go and pick somebody who will amount to nothing again. Now, basically because they are talking bad against Jackson, now it's not good. I don't know what you are looking. You soon have weak look. Let me read now from Fabrizio Romano. He said Manchester United will surely sign new striker. No decision made yet on top option. No fresh bid for Gyökeres while he's focused on Arsenal. You go this look for player we don't like you. Okay, aware of Jackson availability with Garnacho, Chelsea appreciation. Sesko also discussed internally. We are going to have a problem with this Garnacho. Chelsea, we are going to have a problem because it's looking like they are going to be using this Garnacho to lure Chelsea into releasing Nicolas Jackson. I will give my opinion concerning that. Let me read. There are further news outlets here that I can read from. According to Fabrizio Romano also, he said Chelsea continue to keep a close eye on Alejandro Garnacho's situation. I don't know what that person is. Maybe it's Joe Shield don't look anyhow. With strong interest in the winger still present, Chelsea continue to keep a close eye on Alejandro Garnacho's situation with strong interest in the winger still present. Please, I don't want to be seeing this kind of news. Chelsea are still, another from Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are still showing an appreciation for Alejandro Garnacho. I beg, this news they give person BP. Leave Garnacho alone. Leave Garnacho alone. He has been saying he's not going to play for Manchester United, and then the only club that I've seen that are coming, that showing interest in Garnacho is Chelsea. What is happening? What is happening? Let me read. Vince posted through Fabrizio Romano and said Nicolas Jackson is an option for Manchester United. We know they are aware of his situation, but at the moment I'm not aware of talk with Chelsea. But Manchester United are aware of Jackson's situation and they know it's not untouchable. Please, it is not untouchable. Come for him. Come for Nicolas Jackson. We have seen you buy big players and end up zero. Come, if you understand what I mean, come and buy Jackson. I'm sure Jackson will be better than Osimhen. I'm sure he will score more than 4 goals, no matter how dead he is. No matter how dead wood he is, he will score more than 4 goals. I'm sure, I'm certain about it. But if you start window shopping, moving from here to here, no future ambition, no target, no specific qualities you are looking for, you are going to get a name for a bench warmer. That's what is going to happen. And then, why is Chelsea still talking about Garnacho, for God's sake? Do we actually need a winger? Please let me know in the comment section. Do you think Chelsea still need a winger? I don't think we need a winger because we have already replaced Madueke. In fact, for good, we have replaced Sancho. We now have Jamie Bino Gittins. We have Pedro Neto by that wing. We have Esteban William here. We have Joao Pedro. Cole Palmer is there. Even if at all we are adding anybody to our ranks, it should not be Garnacho. Now, is Garnacho a bad bowler? He's probably not, you understand, because there are glimpses of, very good footballer in there. And then Manchester United who covers most of these players, to allow them to shine because they're having a bad time. If the club is having a bad time, the whole players should have a bad time. But for Garnacho, I don't think it's Chelsea's level. I don't think. And if I thought they are going to sell him, it better be reasonable, because now what I'm seeing is, let me know what your opinion concerning this Chelsea liking Garnacho and then Manchester United liking Nicolas Jackson, because I'm seeing that there's a possibility of a swap deal. Now, this is my take. If it's going to be that we are going to let Jackson go for about 70 million quid while we get Garnacho back as swap without paying anything, I am all for the deal. For me, even for 60 million quid, I'm okay for it. Then I can consider Garnacho. But normally, cash for player, I don't like Garnacho for Chelsea. I don't. But I know that there is potential there, of course. I don't know if he has any personal issues like not being obedient to the team, something like that. I don't know. Disciplinary issues, I don't know if he has that, but it looks like he does have, because there's a video of mine that I've also made mention of him having some nonchalant attitude. Even for the fact that you're having a misunderstanding with your manager, you still have to respect the club. I think he's having some disciplinary problem issues. But Chelsea swap Nicolas Jackson for Garnacho, I'm all for it, but for a very good fee, which means Chelsea will be making nothing less than 60 million for Nicolas Jackson. I'm okay for it. If that is the point, then I am not in objection. So that is that concerning that. Manchester United should just look keenly and come to Chelsea and get him. And then for the record, our players to Arsenal have not been too successful, because Arsenal now they bottle, and so at the end of the day they look for people to blame. But any of our players that go to Manchester United, even if they are not extremely top, but they are at least doing fine. At least to some extent, they are like good team player. I can start mentioning them. The list I can remember is Mata. Mata played for long at Manchester United and he did very well with them. So that's that for that. Now, Barcelona have sealed all documents of Marcus Rashford deal set to land in Spain, according to Fabrizio Romano. Understand, Barca will pay 14 million euro gross as salary coverage plus bonuses linked to appearances. Marcus take 15% pay cut and Manchester United will not cover his salary. 30 million buy option for June 2026. Now, I don't know how Manchester United were able to let this guy go on a free. And as I recall, based on the information we are getting and this message I just read, it's not an obligation to buy. Barcelona doesn't have an obligation to buy. It's if they like, they buy, they like, they don't buy. What they have been able to achieve also is to make sure that the player agreed to their term. The player took 15% pay cut. Exactly how much is he earning in Manchester United, and they remove 15%, you know exactly how much Marcus Rashford removed from his salary just to leave his ex Manchester United. Of course, not totally free, but at least nobody's coming to ask him for me now. Odumo to say you for life pity this boy. You understand? He's a regular, they are friends. But he had to run and leave his ex. Who is this ex? This Manchester United is the ex now. But oh boy, who did this deal for Manchester United did an awful job. And that's the thing. But the only thing they were able to achieve, I don't know what scares them in his wage, but they have been able to achieve that because at least they have him off their wage book. That is the only good thing to take for Manchester United on this deal. Every other thing, to me, if he comes back to Manchester United, he start getting paid his normal wage, not taking pay cuts. So at least, why won't they just put obligation to buy? If at all they are not even, and then at the end of the day, they are buying the player for 30 million, Barcelona. So they had the best deal, and they are just going to make Barcelona a lot more stronger and comfortable to win La Liga, because what Madrid is currently doing is, trying to test on the water, trying to Xabi Alonso trying to make his players, understand where to play, how to play. There's not going to be huge pressure for Alonso to take the league this season. I'm not sure. Of course, it's Madrid. That's always the target, but with the performance I saw at the Club World Cup, anybody pushing him to go and carry La Liga, if Barcelona are finding their mojo, it's going to be a problem. Whosoever is managing Manchester United, who's doing these deals, need to be doing better. The person they look or breast. They look well. Because a player like Marcus Rashford should not go on loan again. 2 regular loans for Marcus Rashford is wrong. And if you are told you are loaning him, removing him from your wage book, you should be putting obligation to buy, because it is possible Barcelona will not even buy him, because this is a one straight season. They will not buy him. I've not seen a player who they got on loan of recent and they signed. So I don't know what is happening in Manchester United, but they gave this offer to Barcelona on a platter, because these are the same team who are looking to get Diaz, and they knew it's difficult. They now look for Marcus Rashford because he's a player who wants them, and they are going to use it to their own advantage. So that's it for today. Let me know what you think about all these transfer sagas and of this movement and everything. Let me know, have your reaction in the comment section. Kindly like and subscribe, switch on your notification bell. This will be the last video of the day. Kindly check the previous video on the screen. You can watch it. That's the first video of the day. You understand what we spoke about. So kindly like and subscribe, as I've said, and then switch on your notification bell so our subsequent video when you drop, so you get notified. Have a lovely day. Bye.